We live in a time of immense change, a time when everything that once felt certain is now being shaken to its core. The world, as we know it, is undergoing an energetic transformation, and with it comes the opportunity for profound personal change. As we stand on the precipice of this shift, the question isn't whether abundance is possible, but how we can align ourselves with it in the most powerful way. Abundance isn't something we chase, it's something we align with. It's not about pushing forward with frantic energy, struggling against the current. But the secret is in recognizing that abundance is already here. It's always been here. It's simply a matter of getting into the right energetic frequency to receive it. This is where the power lies, in understanding how to use the energy of the world, and even more importantly, the energy within ourselves, to attract the things we desire. Before we delve into the practical aspects of shifting your energetic state to manifest abundance, let's take a deeper look at the energetic changes unfolding around us. We are living in an extraordinary time, marked by an invisible, yet measurable, force that is reshaping our world. You might have heard it referred to in different ways, whether it's the collapse of outdated systems, the rise of a new world consciousness, or the dawning of a new era. Regardless of the terminology, one thing remains undeniable: an energetic shift is occurring, and that energy is here to support your transformation. At its core, this energy represents a cosmic alignment, a wave of potential moving through the planet that is designed to work in your favor. It's a force that exists not just outside of you, but within you, resonating with your own frequency. The question that arises is this: how can you, as an individual, tap into this energy and channel it toward your goals? How can you become an active participant in this grand transformation, rather than simply waiting for change to happen to you? The answer lies in awareness, alignment, and the intentional cultivation of a new energetic state. Every epoch in human history has been marked by shifts in the energetic and spiritual fabric of existence. From the earliest days of civilization to the modern era, humanity has experienced periods of profound transformation. Right now, we stand at the edge of another such moment. This energetic wave is not something you can see with your eyes, but its effects are visible everywhere you look. It's in the rapid pace of technological advancement, in the rise of global movements towards social justice, in the explosion of collective consciousness and self-awareness. It's in the increasing number of individuals awakening to their own potential and choosing to live lives of purpose, abundance, and fulfillment. This wave of energy is not limited to abstract concepts. It has tangible, measurable effects on our biology, our minds, and our emotions. Scientific studies have shown that the energy we are exposed to, whether through thoughts, emotions, or external environmental factors, directly influences our physical well-being and mental clarity. These influences are not random, they are intricately tied to the frequency at which we resonate. In other words, the energy that flows through you is a reflection of the energy that flows through the world. The more you learn to align your own energy with the greater forces at play, the more easily you can manifest the abundance you seek. In order to harness the energy of transformation, the first step is awareness. Awareness is the gateway to change. It's the light that illuminates the path ahead, allowing you to see new possibilities where you once saw only limitations. Without awareness, we remain trapped in old, familiar patterns that limit our potential and keep us stuck in a cycle of struggle. However, once you become aware of the energy that is available to you, your entire experience of life can change in an instant. This awareness is not simply about noticing your external circumstances. It's about realizing that your internal world, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, holds the key to your reality. The moment you recognize that you are the creator of your own experience, you unlock a profound power within you. You stop being a passive observer of life and become an active participant in its unfolding. You realize that your reality is not something that just happens to you, but something you actively shape through your perceptions and actions. As you begin to see the world through this new lens, you will notice that everything around you is connected. You'll recognize how your thoughts influence your feelings, how your feelings influence your actions, and how your actions shape your world. The energy you emit, both consciously and unconsciously, plays a crucial role in the creation of your reality. Once you understand this, you can begin to make more intentional choices about the energy you choose to embody. And that's where the true magic of transformation begins. One of the most powerful aspects of awareness is the realization that your emotions are directly tied to the energy you're emitting into the world. Emotions are not just reactions to external events, they are a reflection of your inner state. When you feel fear, anxiety, or frustration, you're emitting a low-frequency energy that can attract more of the same into your life. Conversely, when you feel joy, love, gratitude, and abundance, you're aligning with higher frequency energy that attracts opportunities, positive experiences, and success. This understanding is pivotal in your journey toward abundance. It's not enough to simply wish for a better life or hope for the universe to deliver what you desire. You must align your internal state with the reality you wish to create. This means cultivating emotions that reflect the life you want to live. For example, if you desire financial abundance, you must begin to feel abundant in the present moment, even before the money arrives. If you seek love and connection, you must first cultivate a deep sense of love and gratitude for yourself, as this will radiate outward and attract similar energy from others. The practice of emotional mastery is essential in this process. It's not about suppressing negative emotions or pretending to feel something you don't. Instead, it's about becoming aware of your emotions as they arise, understanding their root causes, and choosing to elevate your emotional state when necessary. This requires mindfulness, self-compassion, and a commitment to emotional well-being. As you develop this skill, you'll find that you can shift your energy in real time, regardless of the external circumstances. This ability to control your emotional state is one of the most powerful tools in your manifestation toolkit. At the heart of manifestation lies the science of energy and frequency. Everything in the universe, including you, is made of energy. Our bodies, our thoughts, our emotions, and the objects around us all vibrate at a particular frequency. This frequency determines how we interact with the world and how the world interacts with us. When you align your personal frequency with the frequency of the reality you desire, you create a powerful vibrational match that draws those desires into your life. The law of attraction, often misunderstood as a simple process of wishing for something and waiting for it to appear, is actually a complex interaction of energetic fields. It is based on the principle that like attracts like. When you vibrate at a frequency of abundance, success, and joy, you will naturally attract people, opportunities, and experiences that resonate with those same energies. Conversely, if you are constantly vibrating at a frequency of lack, fear, or scarcity, you will attract more of the same into your life. To change your frequency, you must begin by changing your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. This requires a commitment to personal growth and self-awareness. It also requires patience, as you may need to reprogram old thought patterns and emotional responses that no longer serve you. But with consistent effort and a willingness to embrace change, you can raise your vibration and begin to attract the abundance you desire. One of the most effective tools for shifting your energetic state is the practice of visualization and mental rehearsal. This is the act of imagining yourself already living the life you desire. The brain doesn't differentiate between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. Both produce similar neurological responses. By visualizing your goals and desires as if they've already been achieved, you begin to wire your brain for success. This process is not just about daydreaming. It's about mentally rehearsing your future. When you vividly imagine yourself experiencing abundance, whether it's in the form of financial wealth, a loving relationship, or a fulfilling career, you are actually priming your brain to recognize and seize the opportunities that will bring that vision to life. Your brain becomes a powerful tool for manifestation, and your thoughts and emotions begin to align with your desired outcomes. To make visualization more effective, it's important to engage all of your senses. Don't just picture the end result. Feel the emotions associated with it. Imagine the sights, sounds, and sensations of your dream life. The more real you make the experience in your mind, the more likely your brain is to manifest it in reality. As you begin to align your energy with your desires, you may encounter resistance. This resistance often arises from deeply ingrained beliefs, fears, or patterns of thinking that tell you it's not safe or possible to have what you want. These limiting beliefs can create energetic blocks that prevent the flow of abundance into your life. To overcome this resistance, you must first become aware of it. Releasing resistance is an essential part of the manifestation process. This involves letting go of the need to control how and when your desires will manifest. Trust that the universe has its own timing, and that what is meant for you will come to you at the right moment. The more you can let go of attachment to specific outcomes, the more easily you'll allow abundance to flow into your life. One effective way to release resistance is through meditation and mindfulness practices. These techniques help you quiet the mind and create space for new thoughts and beliefs to emerge. By practicing mindfulness, you can become more aware of the thoughts and emotions that create resistance and learn how to shift them in real time. As you release resistance, you open the door for greater abundance, peace, and joy to flow into your life. Manifestation is not an overnight process. It is an ongoing journey that requires consistency, patience, and a willingness to evolve. As you continue to align your energy with your desires, you may encounter setbacks or challenges. But each obstacle is an opportunity for growth and a chance to deepen your understanding of the energetic principles that govern your life. Remember, the key to attracting abundance is not to focus on the external circumstances, but on the internal state of being. By consistently maintaining a high-frequency state of gratitude, joy, and love, you create a powerful energetic field that attracts the opportunities and experiences you desire. As you move forward on your journey, stay connected to the energy of transformation that is supporting you. Trust that you are not alone in this process, and that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. By harnessing the power of awareness, alignment, and emotional mastery, you will create a life of abundance, fulfillment, and joy. In the vast realm of manifestation and abundance, there is one undeniable truth. You are not simply interacting with thoughts, you're interacting with energy. Energy is the fundamental force that governs everything in the universe. It's the invisible thread that connects you to the world around you, to other people, and most importantly, to your own desires. Each thought, emotion, and action is an expression of energy, and the energy you project into the world will determine what you attract into your life. At the heart of attracting abundance is understanding the profound role that emotional energy plays in shaping your reality. This is a fundamental principle that governs the laws of attraction. Your emotions and thoughts combine to create a powerful energetic field that acts like a magnet for similar vibrations. But what exactly does this mean, and how can you leverage this energy to manifest the life you desire? You've likely heard the phrase, "energy follows thought," before, but what does it really mean? To understand this, let's first break down what energy actually is. Everything in existence vibrates at a certain frequency. This includes our thoughts, emotions, and physical bodies. When you think a thought, you create a wave of energy that emanates from your mind and radiates outward. These thoughts, whether positive or negative, are like ripples in a pond, impacting the world around you in ways you might not even be consciously aware of. Now, combine your thoughts with your emotions, and you create a magnetic force. Emotions, after all, are energy in motion. When you experience an emotion, your body releases chemicals that influence your physical state, your thoughts, and your overall vibration. The stronger the emotion, the more intense the energetic frequency you emit. So, when you think a thought that causes you to feel anxious, fearful, or angry, you're emitting an energy that corresponds to those emotions. The universe, or the world around you, then responds by attracting more experiences, people, and circumstances that align with that energy. This is why it's so important to be mindful of the thoughts and emotions you cultivate. If you're tuned into the frequency of scarcity, fear, or lack, you're going to keep attracting experiences that resonate with those same energies. However, if you intentionally tune your frequency to a higher vibration, such as love, gratitude, abundance, and joy, you will begin to notice that opportunities and situations aligned with these energies will manifest more frequently. The concept of tuning your frequency is crucial to understanding how you can attract abundance into your life. Think of your emotional state as a radio station. If you're dialed into a frequency of frustration or disappointment, you're essentially broadcasting that energy into the universe. And just like a radio, The universe responds by matching your frequency with similar vibrations, leading you to attract more situations that mirror those emotions. However, if you consciously tune your frequency to the vibration of abundance, by thinking thoughts of prosperity, feeling gratitude for what you already have, and envisioning a life of abundance, you begin to attract experiences that match that higher frequency. It's like tuning your radio to a different station. The more you practice this, the clearer the signal becomes, and the more easily you align with the energy of abundance. One powerful way to begin tuning your frequency is through emotional awareness. The key is to pay attention to how you feel throughout the day. When you find yourself experiencing negative emotions like fear, doubt, or frustration, pause and notice them. Rather than repressing or ignoring these emotions, acknowledge them as signals that your frequency is off. Then, intentionally shift your emotional state by focusing on a positive memory, visualizing a desired outcome, or practicing gratitude. By doing this, you're actively recalibrating your emotional frequency, aligning it with the vibration of abundance. Mental rehearsal is one of the most effective tools for shifting your emotional energy and programming your mind for success. The fascinating thing about the brain is that it doesn't differentiate between something you're actually experiencing and something you're vividly imagining. In other words, when you mentally rehearse an experience in great detail, whether it's a moment of success, a dream coming true, or a joyful event, your brain treats that mental image as if it's already happening. This is why mental rehearsal is such a powerful tool for manifesting abundance and success. When you close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself living the life you desire, you're wiring your brain to expect it in reality. The more you mentally rehearse success, the more your brain begins to adopt the emotional states associated with that success. These emotions, such as joy, gratitude, excitement, and peace, become anchored in your neural pathways, gradually becoming your default emotional state. The benefit of mental rehearsal is twofold. It not only prepares your brain for the success you desire, but it also primes your emotional state to align with that success. When you feel the emotions of your future self, gratitude, love, and abundance, your brain and body begin to resonate at a higher frequency. This, in turn, strengthens your magnetic energy, allowing you to attract the situations and opportunities that match this elevated state. While mental rehearsal is a powerful tool for shaping your emotional energy, it's important to recognize that the brain is naturally inclined to revert to old patterns and conditioning. Our brains are wired to default to the past, to familiar emotional states, habitual thoughts, and ingrained behaviors. This is why, even after practicing mental rehearsal, you might still find yourself slipping back into old emotional patterns of fear, doubt, or worry. However, this doesn't mean that you're stuck. It simply means that you need to be intentional about your mental rehearsal. It requires consistency and focus. Each time you consciously choose to focus on positive emotions, such as joy, gratitude, and abundance, you are essentially reprogramming your emotional state and your brain. Over time, this consistent practice rewires your neural pathways, allowing the emotions of success and abundance to become your default state. One way to make this process easier is by integrating emotional practices into your daily routine. For example, you can start each day by practicing gratitude, visualizing your desired outcome, and imagining yourself already living the life you want. By doing this, you're creating a powerful emotional energy that will carry you throughout the day, increasing your vibration and helping you attract abundance. Additionally, it's important to recognize that emotional energy is not just something you experience in your mind, it is also felt in your body. Emotions are not just abstract concepts. They are physical experiences that manifest in your body. When you feel fear or anxiety, you might notice tension in your chest or stomach. When you feel joy or gratitude, you might experience a sense of lightness or warmth. These physical sensations are key indicators of your emotional state, and they can help you stay attuned to the energy you're emitting. Understanding and harnessing emotional energy can have a profound impact on every area of your life. Here are a few practical applications you can implement to start using emotional energy to attract abundance. Daily gratitude practice. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational emotions you can experience. Start each day by listing things you're grateful for, big or small. As you do, Feel the emotions of gratitude deeply. This practice immediately raises your emotional frequency and sets a positive tone for the day. Visualization. Spend time each day visualizing yourself living the life you desire. Imagine yourself experiencing success, abundance, and joy. Focus on the emotions that come with these visions, feeling the excitement, the pride, and the gratitude as if they are happening right now. This primes your emotional energy and reinforces the vibration of abundance. Positive affirmations. Use affirmations that align with the emotions of abundance. Phrases like, "I am worthy of all the success and prosperity the universe has to offer," or "abundance flows to me effortlessly and easily," can help shift your emotional frequency. Say these affirmations with conviction, allowing yourself to feel the emotions behind the words. Emotional check-ins. Throughout the day, pause and check in with yourself emotionally. How are you feeling? Are there any negative emotions that need to be addressed or released? Take a moment to consciously shift your emotional state by focusing on a positive thought, practicing deep breathing, or visualizing a desired outcome. This will help you stay aligned with the frequency of abundance. Surround yourself with positive energy. The people you interact with and the environments you spend time in also influence your emotional energy. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and create an environment that supports your emotional well-being. When your surroundings are aligned with the energy you wish to cultivate, it becomes easier to stay tuned to the frequency of abundance. Coherence refers to the alignment between your brain and heart, two of the most powerful organs in your body. When they work in harmony, you tap into an incredibly potent force for creation. The heart, being the most electromagnetic organ in the body, amplifies the energy you send out into the world. In a state of coherence, your heart's electromagnetic field aligns with your desires, creating a powerful signal that attracts opportunities and experiences. Coherence isn't just about positive thinking, it's about emotional alignment. When your brain and heart are in sync, you are no longer reacting to external events. You take control of your emotional state, which then aligns your energy with your desired outcomes. Emotional coherence allows you to create a magnetic frequency that draws abundance toward you naturally. By regulating your emotions and maintaining focus, you can create the life you desire. Achieving coherence requires intentional emotional regulation. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, and breath work help you become more aware of your emotional state and give you tools to shift it when needed. Gratitude and visualization amplify the energy of abundance, while positive affirmations reinforce your alignment with your desires. These practices help ensure that your heart and brain are in harmony, supporting the energy flow needed for manifestation. Detachment is essential to creating space for abundance. While aligning your emotions with your desires is important, it's equally crucial to release control over how and when your desires manifest. Obsessing over the how creates resistance and blocks the flow of abundance. Instead, practice trust and surrender to the process, knowing that everything you need is already on its way. The more you detach from the outcome, the more easily your desires can flow to you. Detachment requires faith that the universe is always working in your favor, even when things don't unfold according to your timeline. When you trust the process, you free yourself from anxiety and let the universe bring you what you need at the right time. By focusing on the energy of your desires rather than the specifics of their manifestation, you create a clear, coherent signal that attracts abundance naturally. Set clear intentions, be specific about what you want, but remain open to how it will manifest. Practice emotional awareness. Recognize your emotional state throughout the day and adjust it as needed. Let go of the how. Focus on aligning with your desires, not controlling how they come to be. Cultivate patience. Allow things to unfold in their own time, trusting that everything is happening as it should. Celebrate the process. Acknowledge the small victories and emotional shifts along the way.